look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see it clearer, or are you
5E. Hello, this is a cast of a ranked game between myself, Hippie, playing 5E Division Blindee, and I'm up against the current rank 5th or 6th or something, Helljumper, playing as 5E Division Blindee, obviously, and we're on Geisa. So thankfully I rolled the good side because I'm good, so a major skill issue from my opponent, and this is a mirror match, so map advantages help. Why is it the good side? I get to Charlie at the same time as him, and that's his zone, and then I have sort of a pre-prepared firing arc, so you can hit the enemy from multiple angles. So let's go through the deployments. Deck codes will be in the description, and then we'll get on with the game. So on the left here, I've got Dragon Paras going over to here to provide good vision. And then behind them, I've got two Chocolate Eclairs going to here just to get into his zone before he can, well, at the same time as he does. And then an AMX to Blindee going here. So this is a great spot because anybody coming down this zone to try and secure the rest of his zone just gets bopped by the AMX. You should always expect one here. Behind this, I've got an AMX-30 B2 Brennus, so this is the really OP one, 18 pen on a 105mm gun, 155 points, wacky armor values, autocannon, fastest tank in the game, etc, etc. And behind that I've got an EBG, which is 50 points for 12 armor, and this is great for a sponge, also reasonably quick, and the gun's actually not that bad. So they're going over to there, EBG goes first, Brennus goes second. 1 CV to cap all 3 zones, very standard. In the middle, I've got 1 recon helicopter just going to here to scout advance, and then 2 Roland 3s. They're going to here and here, and then a group anti-char going to here. So they've got the double Appelas. On the right, I have 2 AMX-10 RC Blindees, and they're going to here and here, just to stop him from getting here at the start. I've got a Dragon Paras going to here, that's a great spot, gets lots of vision, and the commando's going to here so that he can't take this, because if he can take this then he can reinforce this and then he can push me out of this. So that's my plan. Switching to my opponent, Helljumper, who has about 900 games on 5e. He's got some Dragon Paras going to here because he sees that if he can take this then he can reinforce this and then he can take his zone and then he can take my zone. Behind that, 2 AMX-10 RCs because he recognizes that he needs to take this, etc, etc. Behind that, he's got 2 Minstrels in the VAB T20s, and they're going to like here and here, presumably. Okay, here and here, and then 2 Grenadier Voltigeurs in regular VABs. One's going to here to secure that, as we said, and one's going to here. Switching to the right side, he's got 2 more AMX-10 RCs, one's going to here and one's going to here, so those are powerful spots too. And he's got 1 CV to cap all 3 zones, that's pretty typical. And then yeah, he's going to rush this with his Minstrel, presumably going to go there, yeah, and then 2 Grenadier Voltigeurs in VABs, covered by those AMXs to get to there. Got another Minstrel going over to here, and 2 commandos in Super Pumas to try and take this zone here, because if he can take this then he can cut my resupply into my zone, and that's how it goes. So let's cast the game, and obviously I'll cast it from my perspective because I'm me. And yeah, I do have the better side, but Helljumper's way higher on the ranked ladder than me, and that obviously means that he's better than me. Smiley face. And he's got about 900 games on 5e, and I'm not exaggerating, I'll show you at the end. So yeah, good luck, have fun. Right, so they're off and everybody's going to where we said they were going to go. Would you be in favour of me cutting the first 10 seconds out of the game, the first 10 to 20 seconds? Just let me know if you are. I mean, obviously nothing's happening right now. We're waiting for guys to get to where we think they're going to get to. Yeah, it gives us some time to talk about 5e. 5e's broken. And yeah, the only people who believe otherwise are citizens of the French nation. In fact, even Helljumper told me that the last round of buffs for 5e he thought were completely nonsensical. He just didn't understand why those had happened. So here we go, these two Super Pumas getting over here. Interesting thing about the Super Puma, it has 8 HP, which means it can't be one-shot by something like a Roland 3. Mirage out for the helicopter, and the Rolands aren't really in a position to shoot that, so I lose that for free. But yeah, he's getting over here, and we're hitting him. And yeah, the AMX-10 RC Blindee has 1 more arm than the regular AMX, but it's 15 points more expensive. So I have to smoke him back because I don't want to lose it. Once you lose these, things get very difficult for you. Well, in a mirror. If your enemy still has his. Then we got the old 850 meter range problem for my opponent here, so he just gets smacked. Obviously this guy can't really give fire support because his AMX-10 hit me and I didn't hit him. Mirage is still circling, and sooner or later he's going to pay for that, but the Rolands miss. Just getting this guy back, need to get some supply for him. These guys are getting chewed up now because of the VAB T20 and the AMX-10, and the Rolands miss again, but, you know, they got plenty of rounds, and he's still flying around. Now he's going for this. So I recognise that I needed to get some infantry here fast, or I would lose this position. And yeah, we deal with his infantry. Commandos get shot down, but well, only one of them survives, so that's not great. And yeah, he dies straight away. Now I'm trying to shoot the AMX-10, but he smokes and backs. And yeah, he successfully secured his zone, sort of, but I am in on both corners here. Over here, the fight continues. I lost 1 AMX-10 Blindee because I ran it at this Dragon Paras, not realising there was a Grenadier Voltigeurs behind, so the Grenadier Voltigeurs blew me up. Dragon Paras, of course, do not have an AT option. And now here we go. You send the EBG first, but sadly the Brennus is on the road, so it will get there first, and this is going to tank the shot now. Which is a shame, but yeah, it doesn't make too much of a difference. This guy's going to die. And we're now in his zone. Over here, I'm losing this fight, and I recognise that I need this, and I need this, really, if I want to win. So I buy a bit of a panic bomber, and yeah, I lose my guy anyway. And yeah, we don't even kill that squad, so a bit of a waste. My opponent's panic bomber does get my thing, but the Rolands get the revenge kill. So we're back to even Stevens now. And my opponent is now printing AMX-30 B2s, as all 5e players should know. These cost 135, so you can't buy exactly 1 a minute. But, you know, how often do you spend all your income? You can basically buy 1 a minute. And I lost the Blindee here to probably this AMX. And yeah, I'm forced to smoke, and then the one behind is obviously caught in that smoke. So that was a shame, but hey, at least it survived. And now I can try and shoot him. And we both hit. And he was low, so I get the kill. Over here, sort of lost this side a bit. And yeah, instead of buying CVs, I've chosen to buy units. So lots of supply to get these AMXs healed up. Because they're only useful to me when they're on max HP. Can't have them dying on me. You don't get a lot of them. I've already lost 1 Blindee. You only get 3 Blindee only. You get 3 Blindees and 4 regular AMX-10s. So this guy just tanks a Milan 1 to the side. But he's got 4 side armor, so yeah. And then yeah, this misses, which I was quite surprised by. And then this hits 2 in a row, which I was quite surprised by, but it does happen. Could have smoked earlier, could have not taken the risk, etc, etc. So yeah, it's all about killing those enemy Blindees. And the Minstrel, of course, deals 5 damage, and the helicopters have 4 HP. And the Minstrel has very high accuracy. So yeah, that was a bit of a waste of a hot 2. And yeah, game slows down a little bit now. I'm in his zone, but instead of buying a CV, I'm buying units. So some more, so another Brennus for here and some P4 Milans. These are really useful. Milan 2 for 40 points on a truck, really useful. This guy's healed up now, and if you have multiple supply vehicles overlapping, things heal faster because it will drain from all of them at once. Do you see? Well, Not sure what's going on with this one, but these two are definitely draining. So yeah, another thing you can do now with 5e is obviously now that the chasseurs are only 40 points, you can print those too. So I bring a lot of chasseurs. My opponent chooses to bring them on 2-vet, which is quite strange actually, because you want to spam them as much as possible. You only get 6 availability on 2-vet. And yeah, Helljumper's not really been using his Blindées that much. I don't actually know if I've killed any. I know I killed a regular AMX 10RC over here. But yeah, he's been saving his Blindées for the late game. And now I can actually see this because of this. So yeah, it was a bit silly of him to put it there. And yeah, the EBG will beat the group anti-char, but with this B2 and AMX regular here, we're going to have a problem. So yeah, I'm trying to snipe this CV. This guy misses. I don't know, sometimes you just get a bit unlucky. And then he hits and he misses, so I guess that's my luck quota restored. And yeah, this guy's low cohesion, this guy's routed, but yeah, he will eventually go down. I was trying to keep all my tanks prepared, and yeah, here we go, because I could see it. Just nail that, and then take an unnecessary hit. And then I really wanted to shoot and then smoke, but that was really stupid because I lost that because of that. I should have just smoked and backed immediately, so I lost my second Blindee. So that was a worthwhile trade until I lost the Blind by being greedy. Just something to keep in mind, greed equals feed, if you've ever played Dota 2. But now he's running across here again, and imagine if I'd had that Blindee, just like here, just so he could just shoot in that gap. And yeah, he's got a Brennus and a Blindee over here. This Milan 2 is probably going to start hitting these, but they're only 40 points. And my Brennus is engaging his Brennus, same vet. And yeah, get good, whatever. I think he tried to pull that back and it got side shot because they're both on 6 HP. So I'm not really sure what happened there. He must have tried to pull it back and it got side shot. So his push here is obviously going nowhere. But he's keeping his tanks alive, which is smart. The reason I go for the supply helicopters is because, well, they're situationally better. And also, it's 6,000 supply in a card instead of 5,000. So he loses a Blindee here to this this P4 Milan, I believe. Although he's not gone up in vet. But then I lose the Brennus because I was getting shot by that, I pulled it back and he got side shot by these 850 Grenadier Voltigeurs who are now at max vet because they got the kill. Somehow Palpatine survives. Over here he does have some chasseurs over here. These eclairs have run out of ammo apart from the MG, and the MG can't shoot in the same building. So I'm trying to get close, but obviously if I get too close, I get blown up by the 850 meter range rocket launcher. It is OP, but I also have that. I'm also playing 5e OP. So yeah, still even Stevens on the board. I mean, I'm in his zone, but I just can't afford a CV until now. So I've now bought another CV. I just felt that I couldn't afford one before. I needed units because he was attacking. And there you go, he puts it in an intelligent place now, so I can't just snipe it. So yeah, we're both still fighting over this. Both of the buildings have been destroyed. No long-range infantry from my... long-range AA from my opponent. He's relying almost entirely on, well, minstrels and fighters, basically. So once again, I smoke and I die through the smoke because I was like 1 frame too slow. That's the second time that's happened to one of my Blindees this game. First time was over here. So... yeah, smack those guys, but now I've lost all my Blindees, which isn't great. You really need to keep those alive in a 5e mirror, because they are... well, you need to keep them alive anyway. They're your most powerful tool. For some reason, this guy can shoot and this guy can't shoot. I guess the sightlines are a bit wacky. And I lose the eclairs to the AMX 30 B2 fire support. over here, this man is not long for this world. And he does go down. So, Helljumper prefers the Roland 2 because it's quite OP. Like, it's not seedable, and it's still got 4,000 meter range and 10 HP and 3 front armor and reasonable speed, so it's way too good for something that's not seedable. But I prefer the Roland 3 because it's got 400 meters extra range, a bit more accuracy, and 1 more HE. The suppression is the same. Yeah, you can see most people prefer the Roland 2 because you just don't have to worry about seed. I prefer to worry about seed and get something that's a bit better. So CV's finally coming in, and we got the AA behind, and we got the screen in front, so it's all good. This guy, I can't see the enemy that is shooting me, even with this here, just because of the LOS. Well, okay, obviously the smoke is blocking my LOS, but before that. But he could see me. Yeah, so I'll take another hit there. It's just because he's obviously got Dragon Paras up here, and I've just got this one AMX-10. So that's very good optics. So when these guys stood still, they've got exceptional optics because of the ground surveillance radar traits. So I buy a mortar now because mortars are cool for static games, and I'd lose another hot 2 to a minstrel. Really silly. I should have recognized that. That was a bit pointless. So yeah, he sent his recon forwards to recon. All I've got holding the line here is this one AMX-10RC, so I smoke it and back it because I'm conscious that I really don't want to lose it to a double hit from these two, like if they both hit at once. Certainly seen that before. I'm just not smoking fast enough, and there must be like a slight delay or something, or you know, the round's already in the air. So now he's trying to push this up here, so he's got another Blindee, he's got the regular AMX-30, and yeah, this one's got a heat gun. For some reason, these 105s can engage at 2275 meter range and all this. At least this one doesn't do 18 pen, like this one, with its 105mm gun. Him sending that forwards was a bit premature, really. And yeah, when you clump your tanks up like this, near misses on one tank will suppress the other tank, so that's not intelligent. So you see that one suppressed both of them. And then I got a crit and died, so you know, just get good, I guess. Get good, I got critted. That was going for this, I think. And yeah, you can see me and I can't see him because I had to pull my Dragon Paras back. So I'm getting messed up. And I'm very conscious of the fact that he's just building up loads of tanks here and he's pushing me on this side and he's going to push me out soon. So I'll get hit by that Milan too, which is not ideal. And this man's still being hit by the Blindees without counterplay. Bit smarter on the smoke this time. Jaguar HE coming for the Sapper's Flam. Maybe he thinks the CV is there. But yeah, if you dive rolling 3s like that, they're going to kill you. And we just go back in. +2 again. This guy decides to drive across the field and get smacked by this 40-point Milan vehicle. But this guy's seen better days. Here comes the infantry. So I really need to try and get over here. So I'm trying to see this. I can see it, but I can't shoot it because of the smoke. So we nail the Roland 2. And yeah, here we go. He's smoking me now. Unless that's me doing that. Oh yeah, it is. So the reason I did that was because I wanted him to think that I'd put the CV there. So that he would just bomb this empty cloud of smoke. I thought that would be really funny if that happened. So that's why I did that. And over here, he's just got massive fire superiority. So he sends the Dragon Paras forwards and then they kill everything. So here we go. He's got the wrong place. He did not fall for the ruse. But once again, he's choosing to not bring seed. He's just flying into the Rolands. And he's dying. So I'm determined to try and take this area back. But obviously there's Milan 2s here. Sadly, mine misses. But yeah, there's a weird LOS thing going on here. I'm pretty sure the Milan 2 will not one-shot in the front, so that's why I charge it. So yeah, I'm left on 1 HP. Smoke him and back him. Over here he's attacking, so I'll just zoom out a bit so you can see everything. And then my AMX-10 obviously doesn't gets a hit but doesn't kill. So that was a waste of an AMX-10 really. So I buy my own panic bomber just to kill those dragon paras, and because he doesn't have Rolands, right? Because I just killed that one Roland he had. And here we go, big attack. Over here I'm trying to attack, I lose both my tanks. Well, this one's sent back to heal. Big cool attack happening now. He's driving in range of the group anti-char and they're taking names, and then they're not, because he's killed everything in range. And you see that I don't really have enough tanks to stop this, so these guys can only take one hit and then they've got to go. This guy needs to heal, this guy's sort of out of position. So it's working for him, he's getting in. Over here, that Chasseuse kills that, and I move up the Minstrel to try and deal with the Hot 2. This guy is very well supplied. Mortar, I've switched to just HEing this general area, and now, yeah, he's pushing forwards. But that might expose him to this guy. I guess he's just out of range. So I bring up a Hot 2 because he's not moved his AA up, and he's dropped another 2 commandos here. The Rolands will kill one, I mean he'll survive, but now this guy's going to die to the tanks. He survives on 1 HP. Brought up the Hot 2s, he's not got any AA, so he has to either smoke or die, or run away. So he goes for the runaway option, and it seems to be working out for him. And now this man is going to run into a flamethrower. He's taken this building. I think this is Helljumper's last Blindee. I ran out of Blindees a long time ago. I've got 2 regular AMX-10s, and that's it. So, yeah, just pouring it on him with the Hot 2s. Obviously a Minstrel will kill it in 1. Panic Bomber's here to kill this... Well, it's not really a Panic Bomber. Bomber is here to kill the Sapeurs, but the Roland survived. The Roland survived, so he's just flying into the same Rolands he was before. But, yeah, they don't have... They're reloading. This guy survives on 3 HP, just like that guy did before over here. And then, yeah, the Rolands were shooting at Super Pumas, right? So now there's 4 units in here, which isn't great. Especially because they've all got 850 meter range rocket launchers. And because of the way the sight lines work, you can't, like, this can't shoot that, even though you would think it would be able to, but it can't. I can't even see him. I just know he's there. So, yeah, a bit of an issue. He reveals with this, but then my smoke blocks my Brennus. Moving up the AMX-10RCs. But then, yeah, that's what I was... Do you remember before I said I smoked preemptively because I was afraid of a double hit? That's a double hit. Because the accuracy on these French tanks is so high, they tend to get 2 hits in a row. And that will burst down the AMX before you can do anything about it. So, yeah, he gets the first shot off and mine misses, and his auto kind of sort of messes me up a bit. I dropped the bomb, but it misses. That would have been far better utilized here. But I've got a lot of tanks here. I just can't push him out. I bought some more tanks. You know how to play 5e. You just buy 2 AMX-30 B2s a minute. Wow, look, my opponent does exactly the same thing. So I'm trying to see him, but I can't bloody see him. And, you know, this was... And now I'm going to take a bunch of 850s and die. So, you know, it's a bit stupid on me, really. But I just can't see him, even though he's right there. And this guy's right in front of him. I can't see him. My mortar's still shooting nothing. I should have changed that to this building. So yeah, there he is, but this guy here can't shoot that. Sorry, just had to sneeze there. Over here, I lost one of the AMX-30 B2s. This Milan's killed so many things, but I just wasn't paying enough attention. And so I'm losing a lot of tanks that I don't have to ATGMs. Over here we killed those commandos, and now I'm going to try and find his AMX-30B2. I know it's in there. This guy I do manage to smoke, but this guy will lose this fight because of the VAB. The 50 cal is pretty good. So I'm now trying to hit that Milan too, and yeah, Mr. Damas has done very, very well for himself this game. So he's trying to hit the CV again, but the VAB is quite quick. And he was aiming for the wrong place anyway, and once again he flies into 2 rolling 3s and dies. If he sent the seed plane first, it'd go much better for him, but he doesn't seem to want to do it. Just wants to send that over and over. And yeah, he sort of ran out of stuff here. He's got one Blindee left. I'm a bit weak on this side, but he's really, you know, he's trying to build up again, so he's bought some mortars. He's bought some chasseurs. These guys are being a bit aggressive, so they're forced to smoke him back. But now I've got the 3-point firing line up, right? So I should be able to get side shots off on him. When he gets to here, I should be able to get a side shot off on him. As he retreats out of his smoke, but my guy misses. And then my guy misses, but, you know, whatever. And I got a plenty of AMX-30B2s of my own. Even repairing some over here. So, as you can see, you know, I'm trying to hit this guy with the mortar, and he's on 1 HP. So, if he stays there long enough, we'll get him. 120 mortars are good. 82mm are awful. And obviously those are the ones Britain gets. So I buy some sappers and some sappers flam because I figure that's the only way, because these guys can't see that, so they can't really help out, and I can't go near him because he'll blow me up with the 850 meter range rocket launchers. So, you know, something must be done. And yeah, we see epic smoke attack now. He's going to smoke me and attack. And these sappers are going to mess these guys up if they don't get stunned. Might just get stunned. Trying to get this Roland to kill that, but by driving it here, that's not very intelligent. So yeah, you only need 1 hit. Get that. And here we go. There are some sight lines where I can shoot, so now I'm trying to desperately drive everybody over to here so that they can all shoot. Clean that out. His smoke obscures my Milans very intelligently. But yeah, I got plenty of AMXs of myself, brother. I know how to spam AMX-30B2. I'm a professional. This guy didn't actually manage to kill this. But yeah, his smoke is insufficient, and my advantage is great, and his guys are sort of dribbling and drabbling in. If he'd waited for this, it would have gone a lot better for him. But yeah, he's smoked, and all he's got to put in the smoke is vehicles into France. It's not really what you want to be doing, because there should be Appalachians in this bush. There's not, but there should be. So I recognise that, oh shit, he's probably just driving them in, so I try and move these guys forwards. But I can't actually see this. And yeah, he starts getting good shots off on my AMX-30B2s. Over here he gets through, and then, you know, he gets messed up. I lost one of my B2s, so I can't see this guy, so everybody that's going across here is getting shot. Bought some EBGs to put in here. And yeah, this attack was just premature, basically. I lose another B2. I can't see this. I literally can't see this. This guy needs to be here, I guess. But yeah, if he'd waited for this infantry before he did that attack, then he could have got the infantry in and killed this, but as it stands, he didn't do that. So he pays the price. So this guy's going to suffer the same fate, where he just gets side shot by this, and I can't see it. I can't see it. And he now, yeah, he's trying to smoke me up a bit more. And yeah, we can finally bloody see him, so we nail him. And here we go, here comes the infantry, but all the tanks are dead. And the smoke has faded, mostly, or somewhat. So I get that AMX-10 Blindee, and I bomb that. That bomb Probably be better spent there, really, but whatever. And yeah, these EBGs are really good. They're great at just slowing people down. Obviously, the anti-char deal with them pretty well, but yeah, we're just trying to slow him down. Slow down this blob so it can't get to the CV. Could have moved this guy up, could have moved this guy up, could have moved this guy up, could have moved this guy up. And here we go. Finally get a bomber for it. Only gets a guy on 1 HP. So yeah, this is his last best hope. And he is killing my guys. This guy will probably get popped by the anti-char now. The smoke's messing everything up. Yeah, so because they're low cohesion, they all miss. And again. So that, yeah, low cohesion guys don't have great accuracy on their AT. And now my reinforcements have arrived. So it's basically hopeless for him. I'm too far ahead. He's trying to spam more AMX-30 B2s, but I'm just too far ahead. So, not going to waste any more of your time. He basically just says GG at this point, because these guys are going to come down here and die. And, yeah, that's it, basically. So, what's the moral of the story? If your opponent has played 900 games of the division that you're facing him in a mirror match, as long as you roll the good side on Geisa, you'll be alright. So I hope this was a good showcase of how imbalanced the map is, and how imbalanced 5E is. And yeah, he's ranked like 7 now, and as you can see, he's had 1 game as packed, and all of these have been 5E. I'm pretty sure all of them have been 5E. Myself, I'm ranked 15th now because I won this game, and I also have lots of games, but they're not all as 5E. And yeah, it's just about keeping those Blindées alive, which I honestly didn't really do a good job of doing. And you see how OP the Brennus is. It just shouldn't be 155 points, just stupid. This was that guy, Mr. Roy, who was stood in that field at the end in that bush, killing all my tanks. This guy definitely paid for himself. And yeah, you see that my opener was strong, and then as the game went on, yeah, whatever.